Hoopity hoo and how do you do? You're watching Camie Cam Comics.
Hoopity hoo and how do you do? We're back. I would hate to make a long video and just feel like a ramble. So, welcome to my life as an indie comic book creator who went to career day and how that experience was. Part 2. Not 4. 2. 1, 2, uno, dos. So it was amazing, and I have, if you haven't seen part 1, go back, check out part 1, the breakdown, the setup, the experiences. Right now we're talking about the questions, starting off with the gut puncher. Are you educated to be a comic book artist? Honestly, yes. Honestly, no. Two things can be right and wrong at the same time. I don't have a formal education. I don't think you need a formal education to be a comic book artist. But if you were interested, if you said, I gotta go to college to be a comic book artist, get an illustration degree. Top of the list, illustration degree. Illustration will combine all of the other elements of the other degrees that I'll list. I say that because from my perspective, as someone who's thought about, oh, maybe I should get the degree, get that government seal, the university seal, I don't know what to call it, stamp. This is a stamp of approval for education. Then I would go with an illustration degree from an arts college or an art school, just to combining everything together. Animation's easy. You can definitely get an animation degree. I almost got an animation degree because I was obsessed with anime and I was going to go to Full Sail University, then move to Japan and make anime. And here we are. Not in Japan, not making anime. But I'm making comics and I live here in this area. Okay? Where I live, East Coast. And, it's pretty nice. It's cool. I dig it. So I would do an illustration degree because that combines creative writing, storytelling, art. So I would do that. Then if you couldn't do an illustration degree, if you like drawing, go for the fine arts degree. Learn all of the ins and outs of what it takes to make art and make art well. Now, you can do, I'm not really familiar on this, but I know there are people who go and they get the fine arts degree and they learn the painting and all the things. So I'm the wrong person to really be asking this question. And then my second option was creative writing. Learning just the art of telling a good story that resonates with readers, connecting, building. So those are the things that I would recommend for a college degree. Now, personally, my own personal journey, I'm reading books and I'm watching YouTube videos. If you'd like, I can share my list of YouTube videos or YouTube creators that have helped me become better at making comics. And then books. I have several books that I grab and I'm reading. Let me see if I can grab them right quick and share with you. So for right now, I got shorter because I took my shoes off. Hold on a minute. But the hair make me 5'3". Okay, anyways, so my main 2 books. Now, there are more that I want to add to my collection, but I'm not there yet. So if you support my Kickstarter campaigns, I can buy more books to informally learn to become a better writer, and artist, comic book creator, okay? First up is this one, Making Comics by Scott McCloud. He really focuses in on a lot of details that I've used in other videos on the art of sequential storytelling and pacing and all that stuff. So this one is really good for comics. Then my second book is Manga in Theory and Practice. This is by the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is it's one of the longest running anime manga series. But the first chapter, and again, I have not finished these books, okay? I'm a struggle reader. I used to love reading, and then you got kids, you get married, you don't really have the time, but I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. So those two books are what I've gravitated to whenever I need to read material on getting better with comics, learning some basics, getting quick tips. Then additionally, what I do mostly for studying the art of storytelling, because you can draw. Like, anybody can pick up a how to draw book. Anybody can watch a tutorial on how to draw, because that's, I think with comics, the focus should be on telling the story with pictures. I watch a lot of film and the Screen Rant, and which is a YouTube channel here. I watch a lot of these videos on just like how the scene is established in script writing, just to know like all those key elements of like the 3-act structure. And I watch films. Like, I know children's stories most of the time take place within 3 days. Average 3 days. First day, second day, third day. By the third day, the problem is solved. And that, I feel like that also helps establish with the 3-act structure of beginning, middle, and end. So study film, study directors, study script writing. Those type of things helped me tell stories. And most importantly, I work with different editors. I work with editors because they can help go line by line. Okay, how does this make sense? I've got questions, and they answer the questions in real time and formatting that story to be better. So I love them for that. So you can get a degree, you don't have to get a degree. But bonus, you can get a degree in something else and still be a comic book artist. There is a director by the name of Robert Townsend, and he did an interview recently. He had a film festival going on in Chicago. And he was talking about how he's not the only person who's done this. So this advice is sound. Sorry about that. You don't have to quit one dream to leave it alone. Does that make sense? Or I'll just tell you the story he told. He got a job as a bank teller. Now, he's always wanted to be a director. He's always wanted to be in film, be an actor, and all of these things. And no one in his family had ever done this before. No one in his family ever went and pursued that creativity, that creative avenue. And, he just let any negativity go in one ear and out the other. And keep that. Take that in. Okay? Anything someone negative says about what you're passionate about, in one ear, out the other. Okay? Not even in the ear. It's just going over the head. Okay? Just doop. So then we take that piece of advice that he said. All right? Don't let the hurtful words hurt you. Next thing he said. He was a bank teller. This is the story I'm telling the story that he told. He was a bank teller. And while he was a bank teller, because he wanted to be an actor, he thought about playing the role of a bank teller. And playing that role so well that he did great at it. And now he's a director today. And I say that just because you're doing something else doesn't mean you can't do it. I also think of Terry Crews. I know not everybody's a big fan of him, but his story is amazing because he went from being this professional football athlete to being a janitor, and not knowing where he wanted to go in life. Whatever he was going to do, he did it to the best of his ability. And now he's famous everywhere for just doing what you're going to do and doing it well. And so don't focus on the education side of becoming a comic book creator. Focus on whatever you're doing, do it well, and it's going to lead you to where you want to go. And so that's my advice for that. Education, I feel like, is still important, especially for us Black and brown indigenous people of color, where we are going to be counted out for the color of our skin, for the texture of our hair, because of how we talk. Okay, whether we do funny voices or not. I'm just saying. So don't get caught up in that. Do whatever you got to do, and then go do what you want to do. So, yeah, that was deep. That was deep. Next part, another question I got asked, wait for it. If you missed the first part, and I highly recommend you go watch, I cover my other questions. Why did you make comics? How did you get started? When did you get started? And all of those real quick, real short, real sweet. I started in high school and middle school. I passed the journals and notebooks around to my friends of these stories I created. I make them because I love telling stories. I love building worlds and characters and giving them personalities and hopes and dreams and challenges to face and overcome, because it's how I solve my own problems. And what was the last one? Dang it. Gosh, I got a short fuse today. How, why, I think those are the most important things though. But why career days matter. That's how I want to end this. Career days matter as an artistic, as a creative, as an independent comic book creator specifically. You get to show people that, hey, yes, I am something else, but this is how I identify myself. And as I keep continuously calling myself, I'm a comic book creator, I'm a comic book creator, I'm a comic book creator, you're going to believe it. It's going to be true. Your words will match your actions. This is what you do. As a person who goes to the events, you're showing them that, hey, I'm the voice of the people, especially brown and black people who oftentimes you're not getting seen, you're not getting the highlight, you're getting overcast, you're getting overshadowed, and let's not even get into the importance of being indie on top of that. But the focus is you are in charge of your destiny. You go to the career days and you're talking to the kids and you're talking to the young people and you're answering the questions that they have, and they're curious, and so many were passionate, like they either already wrote their stories, they already did their comics, they're interested in animation. You get to show them that, like, this dream you have can be a reality. You get to show them how this is how I got started. This is what I do. This is tangible work. You get to interact with a group of people that often get overlooked, especially on that middle school level, because you're in middle school. Your brain is still soup. You're still trying to figure out everything. You don't know which way is up and down. Okay, you got to stay on top of meme culture and academics. It's a lot going on. But to take the time of your day and say, hey, you are amazing at what you do and what you're passionate about, and maybe you should try making a comic book out of it. So I hope that, my words, my impact, my presence at that career day changes lives, changes kids' opinions about comics, and maybe they become the next generation of writers. Maybe they build their companies a little bit sooner. Maybe they collaborate together and tell an amazing story. Or maybe they look at comics differently. Whatever they do, however they're impacted, I got to be a part of somebody's story. And I look forward to doing the next one whenever that time comes, or doing other career-related events, just to show the kids, like, hey, I make comics and I love it. Do what you love. You never have to work another day again. So that is the end for this one. I thank you for watching. Make sure to check out my link tree, the link in the description below, for anything else related to Camie Cam Comics, special announcements. I've got working on some merch, trying to get some mugs and some tote bags out to you guys. Pug and Cat Kickstarter campaign. Either by the time this video is out, either it ended successfully or it ended unsuccessfully. We're praying for a successful end, and that I can share with you Pug and Cat, and we can get ready for Pug and Cat Volume 2, which will feature chapters 2 and 3 of the comic. Or we might just skip ahead and do a whole graphic novelization of the entire thing. I don't know. We'll see where we go. Anyways, hope you have the most amazing day. Stay tuned. Stay blessed. I love you always. Bye.